don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Can we find what we're missing and compromise? So I'll keep my shorts on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Can we find what we're missing and compromise? So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye?
Yeah, I'm back. Now I'm back. I'm back. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. Can you guys hear me? And I'm guessing you can hear me okay. I'm back. Let's not worry. It's okay. I'm back, but I'm back with a little bit of difference. Can you see? I'm back with a little bit of difference. Look at the back, baby. Who shall I give instructions to? Who shall I give it? Erik Ten Hag. That's my name now. Erik Ten Hag. That is my name. You lot tell me, who should I be? You want me back reporting from Old Trafford, and then you want me back on the studio? Look at this. Watch this, yeah? Reporting, and then I'm back in the studio here. I'm back in the studio. There you go. I mean, who wants to be my assistant coach? Who wants to be my assistant coach? You can be back. We're here, man. We're back giving instructions to who? Who are we giving instruction? Bissaka, what are you doing? Bruno, better shot. Martial, man, get up. Instructions. And then when we're ready to go back to the studio, we go back live to the studio, man. But we're here, man. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody is okay. I'm live. I'm direct. The technology is technologically, it's technologying. If I go this way, the camera will move this way. If I go that way, the camera will move that way. It will follow me. I told you, lot, your support is helping take this channel to a different level. The equipment and everything is on a different scale now. Different scale. But yeah, hope everybody's good. Thank you all for joining. It's gonna be an interesting stream to say the least, because there's been some new updates that have come out in relation to the Glazers. There has been some new updates that have come out in relation to, obviously, they don't want to sell. I personally have always said that I don't think they want to sell. People didn't believe me. They didn't like what I had to say. They thought I was chatting. They thought XYZ. But in my opinion, I always felt like they were not going to sell. I did. And now all of a sudden, the news has come out. Faz, are you doing a Chelsea? Nah, I'm not doing Chelsea. It's boring. Chelsea's boring. And the news has come out that the Glazers are hesitant to sell. They're hesitant. But if you ask me, I think that the sale was never on the cards. I think either the sale was never on the cards, or this is a decoy for the Mason Greenwood situation. Mason Greenwood situation. What do people think? They don't want to sell, but they might have, because they can't afford to run this club. But part of the news that has come out, part of the news is they are hesitant because what if the Glazers, what if Ten Hag gets them success? And if Ten Hag gets them success, then they're making money. Sponsors will have to pay money. If Ten Hag is giving them success, Champions League, there's money involved. Big up Sahas is Fazinho. Thank you for joining. Dan, I know. I'm sorry about the Glazer situation. I am. But that's what it is. That is honestly what it is. Nothing you can do. It's out there. Until the club is fully up for sale, I am not believing it. I honestly tell you. I'm not believing it. Because we've been round and round and round. Yasin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Congratulations on the Carabao Cup. Go get that trophy. Big club settings. I like that. Big club relationship. I like that. I like that. Big up Gabi, big up Dennis the Great, big up Kurt, big up Zayan, Mugumula, big up Glazers and FSG ain't selling the club. Our club, big club. You know, Yasin, a lot of Arsenal fans have messaged me and they have expressed their feeling. They have said they are more happy that the rivalry between Arsenal and Man United are back, because Liverpool were really not in the conversation. Big up Star-Lord. A lot of people are saying they're not really happy with the Liverpool being conversation in the conversations of this rivalry. It's always Arsenal and Manchester. Faz getting too giddy. What am I getting giddy about? What have I done to get giddy? Ramos says, I hope ETH can implement what Ajax is doing in the youth academy to Man United, so we can make our own superstars. Well, we have superstars in the making. Garnacho is most definitely going to be what superstar, right? Most definitely. Who else do we have? We have Zidane Iqbal, who can become a superstar. Marcus Rashford has come out of the academy only to become a superstar as well. And I'm sure Zidane Iqbal and Hansen and the rest, there will be some coming out. Is Kubi Mayo a superstar yet? No, he isn't. But in due time, it'll happen. It'll happen. They don't, Starlo says, I don't think there's anyone who wants to part ownership, in my opinion. When a club or a business is successful, everybody wants a part of it. I'll be honest with you. Big up Starbucks. If an organization has been successful, why are you not going to want to invest? So Jim Ratcliffe should bid 6 billion to buy United for Emirates or Emirates owners. Jimmy ain't got money like that, I don't think, anyways. I don't know what his consortium is. I don't know who he's got on his consortium. Listen, the factual evidence in front of me is it's February, and I thought parties are supposed to come out, and they haven't come out yet. I don't know when they will come out and make themselves known that they are interested in buying the club, but I want to know serious candidates. Who are serious candidates to buy Manchester United? Come out of the woodwork, put the bid, and please buy this club. If you're a serious individual, buy the club. The rest we can take. The rest we'll deal with bit by bit. Buy the club, pay the debt. That's the most important thing. Rest of the things we'll handle bit by bit. Buy the club and pay the debt. Everything else can be handled. No problem. No problem. Bit by bit, we can make money. Bit by bit, we can fix the stadium. Bit by bit, we can get players. Chelsea don't need a new stadium. Chelsea don't have debt. Chelsea don't have women's and youth infrastructure that need investing in. They're okay. They will sell, says Liam. Big up Liam, one of the members of Planet Fast. I hope you're right. But for me, this is my opinion. My opinion is until I see it, I don't believe it. Big up Wayne for rejoining on the membership. I appreciate you. Big up to you. You have been a member for many, many months. Probably, I think, from the start, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you very much for your support, Wayne. I appreciate you. Jakub, welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're well. Says it is clear they do not want to sell, but it wouldn't make sense for investors to buy minority stake shares either. I am sure they can see how ineffective just stupidly Glazers run this club. Also, whole fan base would be enraged. SK says, I came to say hi. Well, hi back to you. Glazers better sell. They don't realize or care that they have been the anchor. That they don't realize or care that they have been the anchor of downfall, I'm guessing. Middle of Feb is when the notice will come out. Okay. I look forward to that, Liam. I look forward to the parties who will come in and who will say that they are interested in buying Manchester United. No one does the youth into first team like United. Somewhat true, but Ajax also have the best infrastructure when it comes to youth staying in the club. Ajax are one of the clubs that keep their youth the longest out of everyone else. It's actually crazy. They're one of the best when it comes to development of youth. Also, the La Masia of Barcelona, they have a great infrastructure as to how a certain percentage of youth players have to make it into first team by the policy of La Masia, and a certain percentage of youth players must be sold or moved on. Also, youth structure in Real Madrid, where it's called a high risk, high reward, where Real Madrid will go out and pay 20-30 million for a youth player, yet still make a huge amount of return. If you go and check out Tifo Football's video on Real Madrid youth structure and how they have made superstars, you will notice how they say over the last decade or so, Real Madrid have made an unimaginable amount of profit from selling youth players. Unimaginable amount. Odegaard being one of them. There's loads. I can't even think of all of them. But if you go and check, I think it's 100 and odd percent profit margin on youth players that Real Madrid have made. They take big risks, but it somewhat pays off, and it's the Real Madrid badge that comes with it. I think Dubai might be serious, as Ramo. Well, we'll wait to see. Faz, because the government did the Chelsea situation, it was transparent. But the Glazers won't do this out in open. Sure, I can appreciate that comment, and that is a very fair comment. Why do we need a new stadium? Can you please clarify? Of course I can, Zion. Thank you very much for the question. The reason why we need a new stadium is we have been using this stadium for a long, long time. The first thing is, right, in a day of modern football or modern era, right, clubs are using their stadium for numerous different reasons. They are using their stadium for numerous different revenue schemes, and we aren't. And that, for me, that is not good. You know, you can use a stadium that brings in money through NFL, that brings in money through shows, that can bring in money through other activities and sports. But Manchester United are one of the only kind of clubs that have a stadium that they barely do any events in. And it would be nice if Manchester United do events. That's one. That's a very small example, not so important example, but it's an example I'm going to give. Anyway, sorry. Another one. The stadium in itself, Zion, I don't know if you have been to Manchester United Old Trafford Stadium, but it is very, very, very outdated. Very outdated. And it does not look good at all. I'll be honest with you. It looks so bad. So bad. For me, anyways, right? I go to the stadium all the time, and it is not a nice place when it comes to spending time inside the stadium. It isn't. Facilities of the stadium is beyond diabolical. Beyond. The seats are very, very much cramped. Very much cramped. There is no accessibility of the stadium. So, Etihad Stadium, from one side of the stadium, right, you can make your way around to the other side of the stadium just by walking around. You go down to the bottom of your tier and you can walk around to the whole other side of the stadium. So if you're here and your friend is on the other side and you want to go and meet them, you can go inside the stadium where the food and drink is, and you can walk around to meet your friend and then walk back around to your seat. If your friend, for example, has an empty seat next to him and you want to go sit next to him, you can walk around and go sit next to him. There is better facilities for people who are in wheelchairs. There are better facilities in Etihad Stadium for people who have to avoid steps. Each floor is connected. So if you're on the second floor, you can go and meet your friend on the first floor, and so on. You can move and adjust. You can travel the stadium freely to go and mix with your friends. The food and drink opportunity, the food and drink beverages and whatever else is on offer is shocking. It is shocking. Man United are probably selling the same pie menu from Fergie era. It is shocking. Manchester City have beautiful facilities and food and beverage on offer. On top of that, Manchester City ground, the stadium, Etihad Stadium, outside have so many activities, features, attractions for people to come and enjoy hours before the game kicks off. If you have children, they can be entertained. If you're an adult, they can be entertained. If you are tourist, you can be entertained. There's activities dotted about. There's other different types of food and drink. In Old Trafford, burger, hot dog, burger, tea and coffee, burger, hot dog, burger. And each of them sell pies or whatever it is. It is boring. Absolutely boring. Etihad Stadium, you have a bar outside. You have a different taco situation, fried chicken situation. Probably, I don't even know. I've not even checked it out that much. You have a probably nice burger situation, chips and that situation. Different situation. You have free water services outside the state, just outside the stadium. You can go and refill your refillable water bottle to have free water. Manchester United don't have that. They don't. Great access to Wi-Fi inside the Etihad Stadium. The toilets in Etihad Stadium, clean, always nice. Manchester United, diabolical toilets. Diabolical. No free water. No hot water at times. Not being cleaned enough. Staffing is low. Manchester City, Etihad Stadium, queues for the food. They don't have as many fans, but they still have queues. They still have people who visit the stadium, right? It's not 5 people. It's still thousands of people who need food and drink. They queue up. They have a system where if you're buying drink, you go in this queue, so it's quicker. If you're buying food, you go in this queue, it's quicker. If you're buying a meal deal or whatever, you go in this queue. It's quicker. So if you're just wanting a drink, you're going in the drink queue. If you just want food, you're going in the food queue. If you just want something else, you're going in that queue. And it's moving fast. Everything's moving fast. Manchester United, halftime whistle, everybody goes into one queue. If you want a tea, just a tea, you have to go in that queue. If you want water, just one water bottle, you have to go in that queue. If you want a food, you have to go in that queue. If you want just one chocolate bar, you have to go in that queue. Everybody in one queue. Everybody in one area, hounded. And the wait time in the queue is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Halftime is finished. Players have come out. 10 minutes, 5 minutes have gone in the second half, and you're still waiting to get served. So people have to leave 5 minutes before the halftime whistle if they want food and beverage, unless you're in executive seat where the food and beverage is more accessible and the queues are lighter. Maybe if you've paid premium, you get food and drink brought to your table. On top of that, Etihad Stadium have youth football, women's football right across the road. It's connected via a bridge. Etihad campus, whatever it is, they have a bridge. I have been to the academy myself. My friend plays in there. One day, you come to Etihad Stadium, you can do the tour. After you've done the tour, you can go and watch youth football. Great facilities there. Great facilities. Youth football is free as well. You can go and watch youth football, women's football, whatever. But it is all in one. You take one train, or tram, as I should call it, not a train, tram. You take one tram that takes you to one station. And when you get off that station, on the left side is youth football, women's football, whatever. And on the right side, you have men's football stadium, the main stadium. It's there. They're also building some sort of stadium or venue for events or something like that as well in the next to the car park, whatever it is. Traffic management is better at Etihad Stadium. And this is just, I'm comparing Etihad Stadium because they're our neighbors. They're our neighbors. I go to the Etihad Stadium quite a bit. When I watch academy games, there you go. And that's kind of what I can say. When I have to go to Manchester United academy games, I have to go to bloody somewhere totally away from Old Trafford. Why? Let me go to one venue. I want to seek all my football craving from one venue and make it the best you can. Make it the best you can. But Manchester United, money. Let me tell you, car park season ticket for Manchester United sold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they have 10 designated car parks around Old Trafford. 10. Game in, game out, sold out. Each one parking spot is £10. For one parking spot is £10 or £12. Something like that. And it is sold out game in, game out. 73,000 seats on a random weekday night for a cup game. Cup game. We're playing League One team. With no disrespect. League One team. 73,000 seats sold out. Sold out. Yet still, we are having to deal with these sort of facilities. So I hope I have answered and given you some education as to why we deserve a new stadium. I haven't even touched on this, Zayan. Let me add this to you. Queues when entering the stadium. Ridiculous. Bad. So bad. It's so congested. You're waiting for ages to get into the stadium, to get into your seat. You're spending a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes just stood in a queue because the queue system is so poor. So poor. Manchester City, they have scanners, they have security checking your bagging earlier. So the checking is done. Let's say that is the entrance, right? That is the entrance for Old Trafford, the turnstile where you go into the stadium. If that is the entrance, the guy is scanning you here. Where in Man City, if that is the entrance, this wall here, the guy is scanning you over there. So you're early. It's clear pathway. You come in, you scan, you go. You come in, you scan, you go. In Old Trafford, what happens? I'm telling you information I experience every single, twice a week I have to experience this because I go to every game. Twice a week I have to, I have had to wait 30 minutes on a youth game. Imagine that. He's here, he's scanned this person here. The person goes inside, their ticket is not working. Now he stood there, waiting until this person goes in so he can scan the next person. What kind of idiocracy is this? What kind of thickness is this? It's fucking common logic sense. You idiots. Who's the supervisor here? Go and tell them, keep scanning, man. Keep searching, jacket search, pat down all the way, clear all these people. So when they get to the gate, it's scanning in, scanning in, scanning in. Reduce the queue. It's just the whole thing is just deluded donkey business. This whole shit. You have one gate so far away, and then you have another gate. For example, S20, yeah, gate number S20 and gate number S21, far away, two ends of the stadium, two blocks, not ends, but two blocks. The queues end up merging because they're that long. Imagine, they're that long. There should be proper markings on the floor. S20 this way, S21 that way. Because now, how do you do queue management? You have to use your brain. You have to use this, what God and your mother and your father gave you. Use this. If you want people to avoid queues, step one, come earlier. But why would you come earlier to Manchester United Old Trafford ground when there's no entertainment for you? You come to the ground, you stood there. You literally stood there. There's not one bit of entertainment. Burger, hot dog, tea and coffee, burger, hot dog, pie, tea and coffee, burger, pie, tea and coffee, hot dog, burger, pie. That's all you have. Etihad Stadium, you go, you have this activity, you have that activity. Someone is singing, someone is dancing, someone is doing skills. There's so many different things. Players come in, they make a nice little presentation for everyone. Players get to come in, you get to high-five the players. Everybody gets a nice to watch the players. They go get activity. They have a nice bar. All of this stuff, man. Why they have it? And we don't. Why am I, as a fan, going to come early to a stadium? I have nothing to do. I'm just going to sit there. I have nowhere to sit, by the way. There's some old benches. There's some benches. They put some school playground benches. And the Wi-Fi is shit. So I can't even sit there, watch a video, watch something, spend some time, and then go inside this. Nothing. I'm sorry, guys, to ramble on if it feels like I'm rambling on. But you guys need to hear this. For the people who don't go to the games as much or don't get an opportunity to go to the games or live abroad, you guys need to hear this. The frustration that we have. HD Gamer says, ain't going to get the money they want from investment. Imagine Glazers want 1.5 billion for a small percentage of the club. No chance they are getting anywhere near that amount. Thank you, HD Gamer, because I agree with you. People got too giddy hearing about sale and didn't think about it properly. That is what your fan base does. Muhammad, welcome, says Glazers out soon. Trust me. Source, I'm not sure. Fast says, where is the details regarding Glazers don't want to sell? I haven't seen anything. No, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's not factual information. That's my opinion that I believe that they want to see out Ten Hag. If Ten Hag gets Champions League, think United we are. If you were United we are Glazer, let's say. Let's just call you, Glazer, Mr. Glazer. If you were Mr. Glazer and I can get you in Champions League, I can win your Carabao, I can win you. Mr. Glazer, I'm talking to you. 22-23 season, this current season, Manchester United have sold out 350,000 memberships online. You know memberships? Like you join a membership? Membership, not season ticket. This is not season ticket. Season ticket is seats. Manchester United, for the first time in history, have sold out 350,000 online memberships. This has never happened before. Ever. Ten Hag is taking them to Carabao Cup. Thank you. God is great. Ten Hag is possibly taking them to Wembley. Hopefully, another one with FA Cup. Ten Hag is looking at Champions League football. If I somehow manage to see this through, I could be talking. Look at the share price. Look at how it's going. The share price ain't going this way, by the way, guys, ladies and gentlemen. The share price is going this way. It ain't going this way. Ronaldo situation, it went that way. A few days ago, it went that way. Go and check. Go and check. Fan anger has never meant a thing to the Glazers. I agree, Dan. I do agree. And motivated by money, this club is reaching the end of its time that they can bleed it dry. They can. And they have. They didn't even use their money to buy us. It's sad. Why can't the Glazers put a couple of million and add something to the stadium? Like, it's the most minute thing. Minute thing. The simplest thing, please. Just add to the club. Start adding something, man. I am tired. I am tired. Tired. Add something to the club. Make it look like you care. You absolute leeches. You don't care. Hundreds of thousands of people have signed up to the membership. Millions of people love this club. Millions, billion. I think Manchester United have 1.1 billion fans. 1.1 billion fucking fans. You're telling me you don't have a single bit in your heart to invest something into this club that 1.1 billion fans love. 73,000 fans attend this stadium on a week in, week out. It's 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. People are traveling from thousands of miles, and you're telling me you can't invest in the club. You don't have a love. Even if you don't love Manchester United, Avram Glazer, Joel Glazer, let's say you don't love Manchester United, and okay, I don't care, okay. But do you not see how much people, are you not human beings? If someone cares about something so much and you see them caring, are you not going to just take it a bit seriously? Take the shit a bit seriously. Man, what can I say? What can I say, man? Tottenham Stadium are doing the Beyonce concert, $1,000 a ticket. God damn it. I kind of get what you're saying. Please ask me questions if there's something that you're not getting. Please do. Please. I'm always here to try and answer the questions and have a conversation as openly as I can. We need a new 21st century stadium. The train track next to OT will always be an issue. Renovation, not worth it. Malps, thank you very much for joining the stream. Thank you very much for your chat. But I'll tell you one thing, Malps. Money can solve everything, my friend. Money can solve everything. Every single thing. Big up to Gabi, who has become the latest member of Planet Faz and the latest resident. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much for believing in the channel, for believing in me, for enjoying what I do. I do appreciate you. It means the world to me, in all honesty. It really, really does. Sometimes I even get overwhelmed to think how many people want to support me, how many people agree with me, how many people feel like I have a voice and I have a platform that I can use for positive things. So I appreciate your support. It means a lot. It honestly does. I have worked so hard for this channel and I will continue to do that. So I do appreciate you a lot. But welcome to the residency. Welcome. Gabi says, I'm just here for fast conspiracy theories. Got my popcorn and tinfoil cap ready. I love a good conspiracy theory. I love to dissect things and understand things from a non-fan perspective. This is what you must understand. I'm not just a football fan of football on the pitch. I like business. I like Rubik's Cube. Do you understand what I'm saying? Each situation has so many sides, has so many angles. You look at things in one way, it's yellow. You look at things in another way, it's red. Do you know what I'm saying? The grass looks greener on the other side, but it might not be. It might not be. So thank you very much for the contribution as well. That is very, very kind of you to join the membership and also to contribute to the channel. Thank you very, very much. There's a lot of you in the chat today, so I do appreciate you all. I will try to read as many comments as I can as well. Don't worry about the City Stadium. Every era comes to an end, and I want to see their bar when they will become 5th next year and trophyless. Spilling Media, I appreciate your comment, and your comment is very fair. But I will tell you one thing, my brother. I will tell you one thing, and I'll tell all of you. There's nearly 100 of you in the chat today. I'll tell you one thing. It is not just about what position I come in the Premier League. It isn't. I want to go and experience joy from looking at my stadium. I want to be proud and say, this is the place I invest my time and money into. Do you know how much dedication? Again, please, guys, you have to understand from a match-going fan, this is never, ever, ever, ever any disrespect to anyone who doesn't go to a game. It isn't. Please, you must understand this. I have to express myself as a match-going fan. Do you know how depressing it is going to see your boy who's playing in Man City and they're mocking you? It's embarrassing. Football is just not the Premier League. It isn't. Alien Tenno, please tell them. Alien Tenno in the chat has been a season ticket holder and a match-going fan for 30 plus years probably. He's been going to the game longer than I've been born. I've only gone to the game few years because I've been able to afford it. I was broke before. I couldn't afford to go to a game. I can afford it through my work, through the support of you guys. I can live my dream of going to a game. But let me be honest with you. When you're going to a depressing, dark environment, the only good thing I have is Erik Ten Hag and my players. I swear to you. The only good thing I have is Erik Ten Hag and my players. The rest of it is, I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. It's bad. OT should be whole complex, make it nice place, people comfortable. 75,000 will spend more time, therefore more money. Simple as. You know, Dan Corcoran, I think that's how you pronounce, but I'll just call you Dan. Dan, let me tell you something. During Etihad Stadium, right, ladies and gentlemen, you go there, there's games for kids, there's games for adults, there's music, there's bars outside, seating area, shade. If it's raining, you can go in a shade, free water, nice walking. You can see the players coming in, them saying hello. There's someone with a mic making media, nice media. You can catch them, interact with them. Old Trafford, you get there. Do you know what you have? Do you know what you have? Stay with me. Champions League trophy, Premier League trophy, FA Cup trophy, the treble. The treble trophy, you get a chance to take a picture with them for money, for £10. I think it's £10. High Viz, Manchester United staff member. He's just doing his job. Poor guy's just doing his job. Hello, sir. Manchester United treble. Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup. You want a treble? Picture. Here's the go behind. Here's the trophy. Let me take a picture. Thank you. Here's your picture. £10, please. They are still making money from that. Still. I don't understand. I really, really, really don't understand. In my honest opinion. What else can I say? Big up SK with the super chat. Thank you very much. Says, insane thing is United own loads of land around the area. For years, it is already for new stadium. They just won't want to invest 100k, 200k seats. Trust. They won't. They won't. Why will they? They have gone so far without doing anything. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. If Manchester United win the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, people won't give a fucking shit about the stadium. I'll tell you that right now. I am telling you that right now. They won't. Why will they? We're winning. We're winning. They just delivered a trophy to you on Sky Sports, on BT Sports, on BBC. You're just seeing trophy being lifted. Why the hell are you gonna care about a stadium? Shut up and say, UNITED. We've seen it all. We've won the lot. That's what you're gonna be singing. That's what we are gonna be singing, and a lot of the fans are. If we lift a trophy, let's say, you do your celebration. How many amount of people are going to be talking about the trophy compared to how many amount of people that will be talking about the stadium, the facilities? Tell me, please. Please tell me. This could potentially be our 6th Carabao Cup. 6th. Tell me how many people will care. £10 for pictures with trophies. Can't wait to finish Manchester. How much should one budget to visit England? Can't wait to visit. Manchester. Can't wait to visit Manchester. How much should a flight budget be to visit England? Firstly, Gabi, I apologize, but I do not know where you are currently based in, so I can't tell you. But I always, for people who know, my members and whoever, I always try and help people out with free ticket. If I can, I always try and help people out with cheap face value ticket. Well, it's not cheap, I apologize, but it's face value. It's face value ticket. So people don't have to pay over the odds. I always try and help people. If I can help someone experience Old Trafford, even if it's for one game, for a good value where they're not having to pay overpriced for tickets, then I will. I felt like I was entering the prison. OT shit was like a movie from Breaking Bad or Gringo film. Yes. Oh, you're from California. Big up to California. Hopefully I can make it to America come summertime with the United tour. If I do, it would be great to meet you. But I have no idea how much a flight is from California to Manchester. But in all honesty, budget wise, if I can help you secure a ticket for the face value, I will try my best. I will. I always have. My when Manchester United just beat Forest and they went into the final, my DMs. It's like someone took a grenade and threw it in my DMs. I swear to God. Someone threw a grenade in my DMs. Faz, foreign fans wouldn't really care though. Majority of the fans are out of Manchester. That is true. Manchester City have more fans from Manchester than Manchester United, which is factual. It is factual. Erik Ten Hag says he's been going to Old Trafford since 1974. If I am not mistaken, I think that is, is it? I think my mom was born in 71. So, wow. That's crazy. Faz, I'm trying to join as a member, but I think my location is not allowing me. I tried using VPN too, but they're telling me postcode is required. It is always useful to just use a UK address or when you're doing membership from out of a location that doesn't allow you. So yeah, just do that. Use like a UK location. Use Old Trafford address. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. One Don says, Faz, we understand you 100%. We need a new stadium, 100K and up seating. Seating isn't just it, though. I need facilities, One Don. It's not just seating. Big up Sammy in the stream as well. I see you. I need more than just seats. I need better facilities. Better facilities. Big up all things United. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well as well. Thank you very much for asking. SK says OT has so much history. Just a shame how they left it to rot. Preserve history whilst building the future. That's what the motto should be. If I was, and I'm not the owner, I can never think like the owner of something that colossal. But if I was, my most important thing will be preserve the history, build the future. That's the most important thing. The next generation. Manchester United should be futuristic as fuck. We're the biggest club in the world. Competing, we should be competing with Galactico. We should be futuristic. When you come to Old Trafford, this shit should blow your mind. People should, UK, England should be proud to even have Manchester United. Like that's how big Manchester United is. The biggest with the most history. England, we ruled England, English football. We ruled European football. That's how giant we are. But man, they do not care. They don't care. Listen, 120,000, 100,000, 150,000, you call it. 150,000. Size is not it. It is overall. It is overall. It is an overall facility. The tunnel, for example, the Munich tunnel, they need to fix the way the tunnel works because of how congested it gets in there. They need to preserve the tunnel whilst able to build something where the queues are minimized. The queues are minimized. They need to do things where why do you not do free tours outside the stadium? Why do you not have more media personnel making fans feel attached to the club? Why aren't the another thing I personally I've mentioned to you guys before, but I'll mention again. I don't like this at all. I do not like this. Players need to do better when it comes to signing shirts. I swear it annoys me. Big up Lisandro Martinez and big up Luke Shaw for signing my shirt. I'm very fortunate. I'm fortunate. I can call someone, give my shirt, get it signed. I can make a couple things happen, get it signed. But some people aren't fortunate like that. Some people have traveled miles. And if you've traveled thousands of miles just to come and ask Varane to sign your shirt, or Bruno or Rashford or Garnacho, please can you sign my shirt? And they just walk past. Why aren't the club doing something? What? Sorry about the mic. Why aren't the club doing something where they address tourist fans and help them to make it a memorable experience? Why aren't they? Is the audio better now? I'm sorry about that one. I hope the audio is better. Why aren't they? I don't know. I really don't know. But what can you do? It's the club, it's the way it's run, and in all honesty, I can't really say much else. Faz got so emotional he ruined his mic. Bro, the mic started spazzing. Listening to this is actually upsetting. They have set us back. They have. They honestly have. They need to do better. They will make a bigger stadium. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They will make a bigger stadium. For what? For what? You make a bigger stadium, you fill the seat, but you can't serve them for food and drink. Burger, pies, hot dog, burger, pie, hot dog, burger, pie, hot dog, burger, pie, hot dog. Bro. Manchester City versus Manchester United, 6-3 this season. I was at Etihad Stadium. Halftime, I'm upset. I go to food and drink, right? 1 second. I go to food and drink, and chips with melted cheese, fried chicken, vegan options, non-vegan options. Man, what can you do? What honestly can you do? This is it's just it's sad. It is absolutely sad. 5 goals in first half they had scored. 5. No, 4, sorry. They had scored 4 goals in first half. Battered and bruised. Went to get food, served nice. Ah, man. It's sad. It just depresses me, I'll be honest with you. Went to Spurs Stadium, says Alien Ten. Spurs Stadium last season, and I just thought this should be United Stadium. We can do even better. Spurs ain't got no history. They ain't got zilch. They don't have zilch. We can do better, and we should be doing better. We should be setting example, not Spurs, not Ham Sandwich FC. Young people won't know, but before the Glazers, the stadium was being updated fairly regularly too. It literally hasn't been changed since they joined, possibly some paint even that recently. You know what they do? They change the front poster every so often. Front poster. They just take it, they change it, that's it. That's all they do. Nothing else. And it's sad. Again, it is so upsetting and sad. Ronaldo left, they changed it to Rashford. Few weeks, they'll change it to something else. If we win the Carabao, they'll change something to do with Carabao, I bet. Imagine OT hosting your favorite artist or event. I can't imagine that because it's never happened. You can eat all the rats. Yeah. Yes, fast size and quality facilities will make them so much match day revenue and enable new revenue streams for long term of the club. It will. It will. But just give us something better than what we have. OT needs a revamp seriously, says General Dan. Big up General Dan. If everyone can visit, you will see what Faz is talking about. Trust me. You will. I'm going to make small clips for the channel. You will see. You will see. This club and us fans deserve new owners, says Dan. I'm sick of hearing how the Glazers are meant to be good businessmen. They have let this club and facilities deteriorate without a care. Enough is enough. Dan, they're good businessmen. They are. Because they make money. But they aren't good carers of business. You have to understand. Dan, let me like, I agree with your comment, but let me introduce you to something. You could have a bad rundown takeaway, a food shop that is making a killing because people just are such big fans of the food. People love the food so much, they'll go all the time. But inside the takeaway, it is nasty. Inside the takeaway, it's ugly. The seats are ripped. But you go there because you enjoy the food, because the chef is nice. I'll see you in Vegas if you go to the United tour. We shall indeed. How can you be contacted? Someone said. Was just Twitter DM me and hopefully I pick it up because I do get a lot of DMs and it ends up going into I don't know, primary or secondary or something. But I do spend at least once a week going through all my DMs. I do. Bro, I went for food and drink in OT and they said the ovens is not working, so nothing is available apart from drink. I was pissed. I know. I have experienced that, bro. I have. You get there, there's no food left because you've been in the queue for so long. You've been in the queue for so long, there's no food left. It's sad. Our successful women's team have to travel by bus to Lee Stadium. Shocking. That's true. That is also true. Lee Stadium. Why are we going to Lee Stadium when we have Old Trafford? Why? it is sad, but I'm not gonna depress myself anymore, man. In all honesty, I just hope something amazing happens and we get new owners. I really, really do, because that's the only hope and ambition that we have left. In all honesty, let's move on to the Palace game. Let's talk about the Palace game. I'm hearing Zaha is not available, so you're looking at Olise, Eze, Ayu, Edward playing tomorrow. Palace, they normally set out in a 4-3-3 attacking, but 4-2-3-1 in a defensive formation. I think the main players, Olise for me, Eze is a baller. He is a legit baller. Nobody can take that away from Eze. Silky. I think he's had the most successful take-ons as well. Let's not forget. I think Eze has had the most successful take-ons in the Premier League. It's not a joke. It is not a absolute joke. Viera's guys, they press aggressive. They like to play from the back. And at the moment where they're standing at 12th, mid-table, they've always been similar. It's good for them. They're comfortable. And they know from the last game that they played us at Selhurst Park, they would have probably taken some confidence from that, thinking, you know what, boys, we saw them out. We held them out. We held them out. So considering that, they will come here without Zaha, of course. They don't have Zaha in the squad. It's registered injured. I don't know if he's going to be, available to play tomorrow. But nonetheless, they will be happy. They do want to come above 12th, I'm sure, because they haven't come above 12th in a few years now. The last time they came anywhere in the top 10 was in the 14-15 season under Alan Pardew. So I'm sure Viera would want to come somewhere around the 10th position where Chelsea is sitting right now. So I'm sure they want to, they want to take some points from us. So they would be very much happy with the draw. Very, very much. Very, very much. This season, though, Patrick Viera, it's his second season. Last season, he came 12th with 48 points. This season, he's sitting at 12th with 24 points. Second half of the season is started. Feels like he's going to end up in a similar position this season as well, ranking around 12th. With Chelsea strengthening, let's be honest, the way Chelsea have strengthened, they will be competing with the likes of Chelsea, Crystal Palace to see if they can come in and around that 10th position. I'll be honest with you, I do want to make a little prediction. I feel like Crystal Palace might overtake Liverpool this season in the rankings of Premier League. I have a feeling they might end up doing a bit of damage, Crystal Palace, in the later halves of the season. Their fixtures coming up, right? They have a clear run in the Premier League. They're not in any other competition. They have to play us, and they have Brighton, Brentford to play. They have home, away, home, away, home, away, home, away, away, home. So back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a lot of traveling. But then they have gaps, obviously. They have rest periods, which is fine for them. Their players overall, right? Overall, they've been doing well. But if you ask me in the fixtures coming up, if we can beat them, because they have taken quite a bit of slapping this season, let's be honest. They've taken, I think they've not won in their last 6 games, maybe 5 games. 5 games they haven't won. They lost against Tottenham at home. They lost against Southampton, who knocked them out the FA Cup. They lost against Chelsea on a 1-0 defeat. Chelsea barely just took that game. They drew against us, which was very, very fortunate with that worldie goal from Olise. And then they drew against Newcastle, which was a very big draw for them. So last 2 games have been very big for them. Drawing against Manchester United, drawing against Newcastle is not a joke. Bouncing back from the Chelsea defeat, it is not a joke. It's not a joke. But then in hindsight, looking at their fixtures, they've got to play us away, so we're at home. They've got to play Brighton, who are looking very, very good. They're playing Brentford, very good. Liverpool, Crystal Palace, Liverpool will be a game I'm interested in. I kind of want to see if Crystal Palace can take points from Liverpool and maybe overtake them. I do like Viera as a coach. He installs aggression into his players when they press, and just in general, they're very aggressive. And he's done well with his silky players as well. So yeah, I don't think anybody would wanna. No, I haven't done a score prediction yet. I haven't. I don't think anybody would wanna face their wingers at the moment or their forwards 1v1 because they're solid. They can go either left or right, unlike Anthony, who can only cut in, and he's one of my favorite players. The squad is a little thin, sure. Some can say that, but their squad is still very much capable. They have capable players in their squad. You can't take anything away from their squad. Ayew, for me, Jordan Ayew at 31 years old with 1 goal so far. Edward, who I think is a very, very good forward. He's not the best in the league, sure, but for me, I think he's good. He showed signs last game when we played them away at Selhurst Park. That shot he took that made David De Gea have to stretch and save. That ball looked like it was going to go in, let's be honest. Then obviously moving into their midfield and their wingers, Olise at 21 years old and Eze at 24 years old. Both of them have goal contributions so far this season. They're doing well. And then in their back line, in their defense, Mark, Mitchell, and Ward. Who else? Even Nathaniel Klein. Decent. Not the best back line, in all honesty. They don't have anyone for me to say, yeah, you know what? This is the certain player who's solid out of all of them. I can't turn around and say. And their keeper as well, Guayata, Guata or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his surname. Not the best keeper in the world as well. Let's be honest, not the best. But we should be able to get 3 points. For me, the critical player tomorrow from our side, and I am going to do the lineup now. Bear with me. Let me just actually bring up the lineup builder, and we can build the lineup together for tomorrow. And as I build the lineup as well, I will add the link for the members to join the stream to have their say on the lineup. Bear with me. There you go, members. The link is in the members only group chat. Please click that link and you will be able to join the stream. Do join as quickly as you can so that we can do this lineup and get to it. Let me add the lineup to the screen and I'll start building my lineup and the members can join and have their say. Okay, so that's the lineup. Obviously, I'm gonna make straight adjustments there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, there you go. That is my lineup, except for I think Sabitzer starts tomorrow. I really do think Sabitzer starts tomorrow. I think he gets thrown in the deep end a little bit, considering the caliber of player he is. Maybe Ten Hag will decide that, you know what, he needs a little bit more time with the players before he decides to put him in the lineup. But I have a feeling that he will. Big up Omo, who has joined the stream. I'm going to be adding you now. Bear with. Omo, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, so this is my lineup. Pretty much all the positions I think is pretty much solid and locked in. I just feel like he's gonna throw Sabitzer in the mix because he needs to get adjusted to the squad as soon as possible. Really.
Somehow I see Malasia. Also, didn't say the lowest fit. I was saying the lowest fit yesterday, and today I see
He's fit, but he might not be ready to start.
But then again, it's a home game. He throws players in the deep end in the home game. Malacia started versus Liverpool. I think most of our players started in the home game.
True.
The new players.
True. Somewhat true. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I think Fred will play.
You think Fred will play?
Oh yeah, that Fred is. I could see Fred playing. I don't know why. I just see Fred playing.
Okay, let me do a poll then.
Let me see.
Let's do a poll whilst everybody is here. Who do you start tomorrow? Fred or Sabitzer?
I want Sabitzer to start, but I could see him just throwing in Fred.
Have a vote, everybody. Sabitzer is straight away winning at the moment. Quite a few people have voted Sabitzer straight away off the jump.
How come I cannot find the lineup for this match?
Why do you have Bruno as your profile picture, Omo?
It's gonna change. We have to beat Liverpool.
And why is your name back to Sancho's dad?
Because he's my son.
You're back on the Sancho bandwagon, right?
Listen. I never left.
But you did. Yeah, you did. You did leave.
Yeah, when he took his break, he went to go do training. So I'm like, okay, when you come back, I'll jump on the bandwagon. I just need him to come back.
Wow.
I can't support you when you're not here. You have to be here for me to support you. I'm not like Marshall FC. I support my player when he's here. I'm not gonna say, oh, where's Sancho every day, but I know he's not here. I'm like, I'll wait till you come back.
Okay. Ziad says, you saw the lack of creativity without Eriksen against Forest. Hopefully Sabitzer brings that back. But then I'll be honest with you. The lack of creativity, as much as you can blame lack of Eriksen not being there, let's be honest. Bruno Fernandes had an absolutely amazing game, but still, the creativity from Bruno was not there.
We need
he created some parts though. Let's be honest. Let's not beat around the bush and just bash Bruno here or portray he didn't do something. He did quite a bit. Remember the tackles he made in that game as well was really, really good. Some of the tackles were fantastic that he made. On top of that, he also had some good passes, some really nice slick passes that Bruno should be making. So it was enjoyable overall. I think he had a fantastic game. But do you think Sabitzer has? I don't. In all honesty, sitting here, Omo, I think Sabitzer doesn't have enough cohesion with the team. He doesn't have enough information on the team to be playing straight away.
If he comes in, he's just gonna play. How did he play in Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich, they had that day. He's just gonna pass. He's just gonna pass a Brunch career everything pretty much. Because in Bayern Munich, the creator is Musiala and Kimmich. So I pretty much could see him just sit. I could see him playing the DM tomorrow, which is weird. And let Casemiro and Bruno create everything.
I think he trusts Fred. Let's be honest. Fred has done well this season so far. I think Sabitzer will get bench minutes to start settling in. I don't think he throws Sabitzer in the deep end. I'll be honest with you. I think I made a mistake on that one.
Appears that stuff for him, which is Anthony,
Malacia's, Anthony's.
Malacia is like once in a while. Malacia is like big game player. He's gonna throw Malacia. He does a final tomorrow. I'll see Malacia starting, which is weird. Like I just see him like this is a tough match. Malacia start. I don't know why he did not do it against Arsenal. Like I don't get it, but Malacia is a big time player.
He is. I do definitely agree with you on that. He's a very reliable player. I can rely on him. I think Fred starts.
Fred, I see Fred play tomorrow. That's the same front three. Martial's not starting. I don't care what nobody say.
Yuma is not having it. Yuma says number 15 starts, and it's very simple.
No, it's not simple.
I don't think it's as simple as that. He needs to understand the system. He needs to understand and be integrated into the team properly.
Also, if he's able to understand everything and Etihad trust him, I could see him start immediately tomorrow.
Okay, let me ask you this: has Fred been playing decent? Yes or no? General, yes or no?
Yes, he has.
Omo, has he been playing decent?
Yes.
Chat, everybody in the chat, has Fred been playing decent? Yes or no? The answer is yes, Fred has. So, with that being said, when Casemiro was brought into Manchester United, was McTominay playing decent? Yes or no? Omo?
Yes.
General?
Yep.
Well, in that case, if Fred was playing decent and if McTominay was playing decent and Casemiro had to wait, and now Fred is playing decent, I'm sure Sabitzer has to wait a little bit longer. There are games coming. Fred has been doing well. He's been getting goals. I think he's got, what is it, 5 out of 5 goals in 5 games, is it? Or 3 goals in 3 games?
You know what? I'm just thinking about the fixtures, to be honest.
Yep.
Because we've got Leeds. Because we've got Leeds, and they're more of a
We have Leeds
high
in
intensity.
Barcelona.
You know, we got Crystal Palace and Leeds, isn't it? Crystal Palace is more of a. They're not high intensity like Leeds, so we're going to need Fred for Leeds more than Crystal Palace. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I don't know if he's going to throw him in the deep end, but I can see him doing it. Do you understand? It's one of them ones for me anyway. Or I can see him playing like first Tottenham. I can see Fred playing first 60 minutes or 50 minutes and then bringing on Sabitzer, or it happening the other way around. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I already see this. Eric will make 5 subs this games. I don't know who the 5 subs are going to be, but it has to happen. Fred has 4 goals this season.
Wow. He has 2 goals in the last 2 games, right?
I didn't see that, but I just know 4 goals this season.
Yeah, Fred has 2 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah, 2 goals in the league, 1 in FA and 1 EFL.
He has more goals than Darwin Núñez. Just saying.
And Gakpo. I'll come fine.
So, Fred, I think it should be rewarded, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, bro. I won't disagree either way. I can't disagree either way.
I would give Fred. Hold on. This Crystal Palace.
In the last 2 games, he's at 3 GA in 2 games. In 124 minutes played, he has had 2 goals and 1 assist.
The Eriksen
not bad.
McTominay coming back.
It's not bad. No, I'm just looking at the fixture. To me, I'm just looking at the fixtures.
Yeah,
so I'm just thinking about. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how each team play and who do we need for that team. I'm thinking about more tactical than just saying, "Oh yeah, this guy's pretty good. This guy's." Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So
sure.
Did I say McTominay is back here or he's not ready?
Not ready.
No, he's out for a couple of weeks, man. He's out for a couple of weeks apparently.
So he's not ready. The bench against Crystal
No,
Palace.
not ready.
Not ready.
Because I need his stubbornness against Leeds, pretty much. He likes playing against Leeds.
Fred has been decent, in my humble opinion, so far this season.
Oh, he has been.
He has
been this season.
Yes,
people want to get rid of him. He's more of a squad player for me. But
I think this sums up for tomorrow, isn't it? Give Fred 70 minutes. But then, in hindsight, Jakub says Sabitzer is one of Ten Hag boys. I think it is really impossible for him to start outright like Anthony did, or Malacia, who started against Liverpool as well, if you remember.
Yeah, he knows his tactics. He knows the way he wants to play, or knows how he plays. So he could
This
just.
is going to be interesting. But then let me introduce this to you. If tomorrow Ten Hag starts Sabitzer over Fred, does that not break Fred's confidence down?
No.
Fred knows when certain men are back in the team, he's a squad player. He knows that.
Yeah, but that's men who have been in the squad. That's men who have been here.
But he's seen that around.
He's been around there.
He's seen that. He's seen it in the squad happen. So it's like, is he actually going to be surprised? Do you get what I'm saying to you? So
that happened to him against Brazil in Brazil. He played that though. Every single quarterfinal matches, he was a starter. Time for the tournament, he's on the bench.
He's a team player. He's more of a team player. So I don't think he will have the. what's the word? Not the ego. Yeah, I could say ego to be like, oh, no, why am I not starting? Kind of thing. He'll be like, okay, I know what the manager's doing. He's doing it for a reason. I respect that. Do you get what I'm saying? He's one of those guys.
Okay. Interesting. I think tomorrow Fred starts. That's the decision I'll make. Remind me, did Anthony start against Arsenal? No, he didn't, did he?
No.
Arsenal.
Did he?
No.
No, he didn't. I don't think he
I
did.
don't think so.
He did.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
I
He
can't
got
remember.
subbed
I can't
off.
remember. I can't even remember, to be honest.
Yeah, he did. He got subbed off. And that's when Erik Ten Hag put Bruno on the right, and we lost the game from there.
Nope. I tell a lie. He did. He played just under 60 minutes.
Yeah, it's right. And he put Bruno. Yeah, he did put Bruno on the
Bruno
right.
on the right wing, and
Yes,
I hated him, and that's why we lost the game.
Yeah, and
But-
we were saying
but
pace up front.
He
Yeah,
was playing 90 minutes against in Ajax. He played back-to-back 90 minutes. Then he went on strike for 3 games in a row. Remember, he went on strike for 2 games, 3 games in a row. And then instantly he started 1, 2, 3 games in a row for Manchester United. He started at Arsenal, he started at Sociedad, and he started in Sheriff as well. And then the what do you call it? Friendly games for international started.
I don't think Anthony has played 90 minutes. I might be wrong.
Yes, he has. He's played 90 minutes against Everton. He's played 90 minutes against Newcastle. He's played 90 minutes against Chelsea.
Oh,
and
he
then
did against Reading recently. All right.
When he came back, he played 90 minutes against Wolves. He's played 90 minutes against Reading. He's played loads of 90 minutes. But I still don't think Sabitzer starts tomorrow. I'll be very honest with you. You have to think of it in a perspective where Fred has been very, very, very important for us this season. At times when we needed to rely on him, it is very important. Starting is very good, but when you're coming off the bench, that is also very important. You don't just come out to dilly-dally. Let's be honest with you. Like, you don't. You need to see the game through. And Fred does that.
Yeah, Fred.
I get that. I think if Zaha was playing. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
No, I was saying Fred has 12 appearances this season. He started in 5 games for the league. I mean, so in total, 18 appearances and 10 starts. And we in every single competition.
I think if Zaha was playing, there will be more of a need for Fred because defensively he can help out. But
okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But because he's not playing, we can take more of a risk, more attacking wise. Does that make sense?
Fred has some decent minutes. He played 90 minutes against Man City.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
There. He's then not been rewarded with minutes. Let's be honest. He was subbed again. So he was on the bench again for Palace. Only came on for a couple of minutes, and we were fuming with that. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah,
we were fuming about the Arsenal game while he was on the bench as well. We then saw the game out against Forest, Reading, and now Forest again, where he played 90 minutes. I think Ten Hag, in my humble opinion, should have used him in the Palace game more, should have used him in the Arsenal game more, but that's Ten Hag's decision. Let's be honest. He did start against Charlton as well, but he only played 59 minutes. He then last time he started for us was against Tottenham, where again he scored a goal in the 2-1 victory over Tottenham, and he had a really good game, really, really good game. So one thing you have to consider, right, is Fred has been good when he started for us. He has. He's not been bad.
No, I don't.
I think the Sociedad game was one of the games where he played a full 90 and we lost that game. If you remember, 1-0, we lost at home, and Fred played 90 minutes that game. We lost the game against Atletico Madrid as well in a 1-0, and Fred played 90 minutes there as well. But
yeah, I don't doubt he can start. I'm just saying, situational wise, he should have played against Arsenal.
Sure.
Because as I said, more defensive, more energy. Arsenal have energy. He should have played that game. Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
this game, I can see him starting, as I said, but does the situation cause for need for that? He's going to be needed against, as I said, he's going to be needed against McKennie and Adams in the midfield
In
for
Leeds.
Leeds. Do you
Yep.
understand? They're more energy wise, so that's why I can say, oh yeah, I can see Sabitzer starting, but I won't be mad if Fred starts because he's having good games, basically.
Big up, Ronald, for joining the stream. I'll come to you shortly. But big up to Jakub, who has become the latest resident of Planet Fires. Jakub, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for supporting the channel as well. I hope you will be able to join the members only group chat. Do drop me a DM on Twitter. If you have become a member recently, please do, and I can add you to the members only group chat as well. But thank you very much for believing in the channel. I do appreciate you. It means a lot. It honestly does. Big up to all the members that have joined so far and all the members that have stuck with me for all these months and still believed in me. Thank you. Gabi, the latest member as well on Planet Faz, says, it's clear to me that Fred starting tomorrow is an enigma. Everyone is bringing up good and valid points. It is mysterious slightly, what happens tomorrow, but only time will tell what this manager does. You can never predict what he does in his lineup. Mart says, Faz, what would your reaction be if Martial gets injured? My reaction would be nothing. My reaction would be I knew this was possible. Someone said before, what do I think about the Mason Greenwood situation? For me, I'll be honest, I still haven't made my mind up as to whether I'm in Mason in or out. I want the club to make the decision. I want evidence to see if more evidence comes out. What has come out so far isn't absolutely acceptable. But there may be things in there that I don't know, and I cannot make a judgment straight away based on things that I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of my take. I think the families involved need time. The families involved need space. In all honesty, talking about it constantly online doesn't help anyone. It only affects people. But if you ask me, the most best thing we can do is not write off or write in. We need to wait and see. You don't know what can happen. You don't know if new information comes in. You don't know if more incriminating information comes in. You don't know if whatever. Has the law made the best decision all the time? Absolutely not. Has the law made some bad decisions sometimes? Yes. Are there guilty people who are running around and walking around like they're innocent? Yes. Are there innocent people who are locked up? Yes. I'm not here to judge and thingy just yet. I'm not. I just think part of me thinks it might be the best thing to part ways. We have had success without Mason Greenwood, and we can continue to have success without Mason Greenwood. In all honesty, I wish the kid all the best for his career and what he wants to achieve. But that's it, really. That's it. Ronald, are you happy with Fred starting tomorrow? Before I wrap up.
Nah, I don't want Fred anywhere near the team. Yeah, he's been good lately. I don't have a problem with him as such. I definitely don't want to see McTominay in the team anymore. But Sabitzer, if he starts, I don't really have a problem. I would love to actually see his gameplay and see him how he does, and kind of see how it actually goes up. And in regards to the other situation, which is for the Greenwood one, it's pretty simple for me. I'm no decision maker, like you said. I'm just a Manchester United fan who loves football. If he's welcomed back in the team by the club, by the authorities, great. Sure, that's a decision they make, right? I'm not going to argue that, but I'm not even going to say that we need to bring him back. It's all
Well,
up
the
to
news that
the
has come
authorities.
out is part of the organization want Mason Greenwood back and feel like there is a duty to Mason Greenwood, and part of the organization feel they should be nowhere near this situation due to the eyes that it has brought and the PR and the shame and everything else that it has brought to the club. So the best thing to do is let the organization
See,
decide in itself. Um,
See,
that's all
Faz,
it
the
is.
thing is that it is the Ronaldo situation all over again. When Ronaldo was young, we were ready to support him because he could give us so much, right? So I don't think our support should be in any proportion, you know, compared to what they can offer me back. We should just support the club,
Very
right?
true.
So I don't care whatever happens. I am, like I said, I am not in the decision making party, and I have seen decisions going in the wrong direction when public forces their decisions on people, right? I have seen it go bad. I have seen even the rightest of the rightest people go to jail just because the public wanted him to go to jail. So I'm not going to, talk much post this comment about the
Mm.
whole situation until and unless, uh, something else comes out from the club itself, because I'm sure they would be investigating this, and this is a very uh, critical aspect of the whole club and where we are
Mm.
headed right now. And yeah, so Mason Greenwood, I'm sure he would have great future, if not here, somewhere else. But that totally depends upon Erik Ten Hag, the club, the owners, and how even the Premier League as a governing body wants to go ahead with the whole situation, because he's going to be playing under them. So
We'll
they are
see. Like I
also,
said,
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what the actual final decision is. We don't know. There are people willing to leave support in Manchester United if Greenwood comes back. There are people who are willing to leave Manchester United if he doesn't come back. You don't know. We'll just wait and see. Spilling Media says, Faz, you disappoint me. What is the real reason the Glazers are leaving? Erik Ten Hag or Ronaldo? Well, I'm sorry that I disappoint you. But to even more add to the disappointment, I don't think the Glazers are actually leaving just yet. I said this, members will tell you who are on the stream now. My main thing from the get-go was I don't think these guys are going to leave just yet. We have to wait and
Hello?
see what
Yeah.
happens.
Now,
Omo, your mic is on.
yeah, so Faz, I personally think they would leave, because I don't think in any situation, be it any trophy Manchester United wins in the next 10 years, we would
Mm,
ever be, earning 6 billion figures. And they could get that money right away.
mm.
So they would be, if someone comes in with a mad head and offers 6
Okay,
billion, they would leave.
is money needed to go into Champions League semi-final?
Money needed as in invested back into the club?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It is
How?
required.
But Ten Hag went to Champions League semi-final with very, very, very minute amount of spending from Ajax.
Yes, but then again, it was Ajax, and they had the academy players doing well. We don't really have the academy players, and we need academy players, or we need players in the middle. It's like a donut. X used to say it about Tottenham. We are like a donut. We don't have a middle midfield.
Yeah, but Ajax's semi-final squad, do you think that was better
But
than
this is
our
not.
current squad?
But this is not Ajax. I'm sorry. The expectations are higher over here.
No, but
We
that's nothing to do with
Ajax was never
expectation.
Ajax was never in 4 different competitions, was it?
Okay, so one competition is about to end. One competition is the league, which Ajax are in as well. One
Okay.
competition is FA Cup. Ajax, I don't think they had a domestic cup in that season, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm
And
not mistaken.
also, Faz,
Um,
all the players that you're talking about in that Ajax team, which went on to go into the semifinals, they are now key component, key players in multiple different teams.
yeah,
Do we have such
Martinez being
players?
one
We
of them,
don't.
Anthony
We
being
don't
one of
have
them.
such players.
Varane is
No.
a Champions League winning player. Casemiro is a Champions League winning player. Marcus Rashford is one of the best forwards in the world. Garnacho is one of the best up and coming young talent. Anthony Martial, when he's fit and he's playing, he's
Yes,
one of
you're
the best
naming a lot of wingers
forwards.
at this point. A lot of
He's not
wingers
winger.
and a
Anthony
lot of
Martial.
backline.
No, I've
Tell
mentioned
me,
two wingers. I've mentioned
okay,
one midfielder. I've mentioned defense.
Anthony,
I've mentioned.
Garnacho, Rashford. Those are the three wingers that you've mentioned.
I
And
didn't mention Anthony's name.
you did mention Anthony. Come on.
I said Rashford is one of the best wingers in the best forwards in the world. I said Garnacho is one of the best forwards coming up and coming youngster. I said Casemiro, veteran when it comes to Champions League football. Varane, a veteran when it comes to Champions League football. David De Gea, a veteran when it comes to winning trophies. Diego Dallo, one of the most improved right backs for his age. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of the most improved fullbacks for us this season.
Yet we were not able to beat Arsenal just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but
So we
Ajax
should
have
not
also lost.
forget where we came from.
But Ajax has also lost to teams lower down in the league as well, yet made it to
But then-
Champions League semi-final.
But then, is that the goal?
But is money needed to go to a Champions League semi-final? That was my main question.
No.
The fact is
But
no.
money is
But you
needed
said yes.
to win the competition.
Yes,
Money
that's a
is
different.
needed to win
But you're not
the
understanding.
competition.
Okay, listen
But
to
I
what I
want to
said.
win the competition, not go to
Right.
the semi-final.
Slow down. Take it step by step.
I'm
The
with
first
you.
thing,
I'm with you.
the first thing I said is money needed to go to a semi-final in the Champions League? Your response was yes.
Yes,
My
because
response
with the
is
team-
no, because the
with the team
manager
we have,
has
yes.
done it. But the manager has done it with players who are lesser. The players who are lesser than the players that we have now.
But
Okay,
then those
for
were
example,
those were mentality monsters. Faz, a manager gets lucky once. He can create that team, yet
that wasn't
team
lucky.
could- Come on.
Oh, like you're just, in all honesty, you're saying it just because to suit the narrative. They didn't bring in. They didn't bring in mentality monsters that season. They didn't. The season where they had Noah Lang, who left, they had Lisandro Magalan, he's not a mentality monster. Brobbery, not a mentality monster. Remco, the keeper who played a lot of games, wasn't a mentality monster. Steven Berghuis wasn't a mentality monster. I don't understand. He didn't. He has a
I thought
philosophy.
you were talking about the team that had Frankie de Jong, that had what was his name? The defender?
Okay,
I'm
you
forgetting
can
his
say
name.
okay, Blind, Frankie De Jong, upper
No,
echelon
not
player.
Glenn, the other one. Dillit. I thought that you were talking about that team.
Delete, okay, upper echelon player. But we have
Yeah.
our own Varane. We have our own Martinez. We have two better than Delix. We have our own Bruno Fernandes. Okay, Bruno
Yeah, but
Fernandes.
we need more.
Yeah, but to
Faz,
get
you
to
have
a
to-
Champions
you
League
have to
semi-final, you don't
understand.
need money. Yeah, but
No.
the answer is
Okay.
to get to a Champions League semi-final, you said you need money, but the fact is you don't.
But then that's
You
not
don't.
where I want to end it. I want to win.
But
something.
I'm giving you answer to my question. I'm
But
not
I don't
going.
get your question because your question is undermining your own team.
So why did you answer yes? Why did you say yes? Money's needed for Champions League semi-final.
Because you're looking at just Champions League semi-final. I'm looking past it. I'm looking at the final.
So what you should have answered is I'm not going to answer this question. What you instantly said is yes. You said yes. The fact is you said yes.
Okay, fair enough. You win. Fair enough.
It's not about winning. The conversation was nothing to do with winning Champions League final. The Glazers are going to be happy if Ten Hag can get Manchester United to a Champions League first. That's the first thing. That is the first and foremost thing. Nobody
But then
here
again, but that
cares
doesn't
about
get you 6
Champions League.
billion.
You're not understanding. You need to forget the 6 billion.
Yeah, let
Why
me
do we
finish.
need 6 billion?
First of all.
Why do I need 6 billion? Is the debt 6 billion? No. Me, Joel Glazer, do I need 2 billion to build a stadium? No. Am I going to invest in the youth? No. Am I going to invest in the infrastructure? No. How much money do I actually need? At the moment, the club is dry as anything. Why? Why is it dry? Okay. Last season was the worst season that Manchester United has experienced in decades. This season, we've brought a manager in. We've rolled the dice. Joel Glazer, Avram Glazer have rolled the dice and I've brought in the best players that money could buy me based on being in Europa League. This you have to understand bit by based on being in Europa League. I have spent 220 million, overpaid, all of that. Don't fucking matter. None of that matters. The fact of the information is I brought in Eriksen, I brought in Casemiro, I brought in Martinez, I brought in Malacia, I brought in Anthony, I brought in Sabitzer now. I brought in all the players that I could bring whilst being in Europa, whilst having Ronaldo's bad spell. Now, if Ten Hag, so you think Manchester United, Glazers did not plan for this? Of course they did. Erik Ten Hag, hello. Welcome to Manchester United. Thank you very much for signing the contract. Your job is to help Manchester United get to Champions League ASAP. Because one thing that does is all of these people, all of these Team Viewer, Adidas, what is it? DX Technology, all of them people who sponsor Chevrolet, yada, yada, yada. All of the people who sponsor us at the moment have reduced our sponsorship money due to us not being in Champions League. So once you get me in Champions League, Adidas, TeamViewer, Tezos, DXC Technology, Apollo Tires, Cadbury, Canon, Chevrolet, Chivas, DHL, Ecolab, Kohler, Konami, Marriott Hotel, Remington, Visit Malta, Snapdragon, Millie, Renewable Energy Group. There's another 2 sponsors that I'm missing just from the front of the web page. This is just the front of the sponsors. They will increase how much money they give us. And you are potentially looking at hundreds of millions if we make it to Champions League. Hundreds of millions. In the same year where I am not in Champions League, Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer, we are not in Champions League. And we have just sold out memberships. You say, I have no idea what Faz is going on about because you're not keeping up. This is extreme level of detail that I'm going into. Extreme level of detail. You have to understand the details that I'm going. Manchester United brought in Erik Ten Hag whilst having the worst time of their life. Whilst, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 sponsors. 23 slapped sponsors on the webpage were probably reducing the amount of money that they give Manchester United based on what competitions they're in. Do you know the level of money is involved in this organization? If Manchester United make it to a final, the sponsors will pay Manchester United an X amount of money. Manchester United have just made a final. If Manchester United make 2 finals, sponsor will pay X amount of money. If Manchester United make the Champions League, sponsor will increase the amount of money they give. If Manchester United bringing certain players who bringing certain followers, certain PR, the sponsorship will give X amount of money. There's a lot of factors. Based on all of this stuff, if it doesn't make sense to you, if this much detail I'm going in slowly bit by bit, then I don't understand. Because like I say, I don't think from a fan perspective. I think from what the Glazers are thinking. You have to understand, re-listen to what I just said if you need to. It's real deep. This is not for the faint-hearted and the light-hearted people to understand. It isn't.
No, it's not. But then again, what you're saying, Faz, and let me just deep it in, right? Because you're saying that us going into like 4 different finals, right? It's going to get us XYZ amount of money, correct?
Well, it's not
That's
4
your
finals
statement?
because
No.
one, we're not in the Premier League final.
Let's say
we're
3
not in the
finals. Let's say bare minimum 3 finals we're in, right? It's
Well,
going to get us
maximum, yeah.
XYZ amount of money, right?
Sure.
Let's say we go ahead and we build up about 3 billion, right? I know that's not going to happen. That's not the kind of money that we're going to get, but let's say 3 billion. What does that solve? We need a new stadium. We need a new stadium. We need
You
new
need a new
facility.
stadium. No, you need a new stadium.
No, not me. I don't even go to the stadium personally, bro.
No, you're not understanding.
We,
You,
as
fan, need a stadium.
fans, who is the club made for?
No, you're not understanding. Stop thinking like a fan.
You're not thinking
No,
like
I'm not
you have to
thinking.
think like the
I'm
owner. No, bro, you have to think like the owners. The
I don't
owners
need
are
a new
thinking
Wait,
stadium.
you need a
wait,
new.
Dan.
You need,
Wait,
bro.
Dan.
He's
Wait.
thinking. Can I
Listen.
speak?
No,
Hold
no,
on,
wait,
bro. I
wait.
haven't even
Let me
spoke.
land.
I haven't even spoke.
Let me land though. Let me
Okay,
land
go on.
with Faz. What I'm saying is, Faz, you buy a Rolls Royce, right? You buy to drive it around. You buy to you buy to look good in it, right? Now, you're gonna go ahead and put money into the service of it, or wouldn't you? You would, right? As an owner of something, you would put money in it to keep it running, to sustain it. Just investing in the players and just investing in the manager is not going to be enough. What if one day, while watching a match, something falls on a fan? The fan will sue you as a business.
Like on. Hold on. Are you being serious?
Yes, I am.
When was the last time Old Trafford was serviced?
Exactly my point. It should be serviced. It has not
I
been
don't know.
serviced in many years.
Yeah, because they do the most basic service. That's okay. There is levels of service, by the way, in a vehicle. There's basic service, full service, there's air filter service, oil change service. There's many different services. If you do the most basic service, it's okay. Stop thinking like Ronald Jacob. Start thinking like Abraham Glazer. Abraham Glazer does not want a new stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Abraham Glazer does not. Do you understand that, Ronald? Do you see?
Yeah,
Yes
I
or no?
do. I do. No, I do. I do.
Abraham Glazer does not want a new stadium. You want a new stadium. All of you are watching, 50 plus of you watching. You want a new stadium. Me, Avram Glazer, I do not want a stadium. Hello. I don't want a stadium. What do you need? Little bit of paint. Here, put the paint. Here, put some flowers. Yeah, okay. Stop thinking like a fan. I keep telling people, this is why there is sentiment. Start putting yourself outside of your head. They just want money. They just want lights on their stadium. That's it. They want to be in Champions League. Can you get into Champions League without bringing in Mbappe into Manchester United? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is yes. Yes. Christian Eriksen is free. Freaking hell. Christian Eriksen is free. And we are making top 4 at this rate. What the hell are you telling me you need money for Champions League? You don't. What if Chelsea don't make Champions League with all this money now? Spend 500 million. What if they don't? Well, technically, in Ronald's analysis, Chelsea should be winning the Champions League. They have the most expensive midfielder. They have the 7th most expensive freaking defender or something. They have the freaking most expensive so much shit. But you don't. If Ten Hag, ladies and gentlemen, get this in your head. Stop thinking like a fan. If Ten Hag can get Champions League football with a 15 million pound fullback, do you think the Glazers will want to sell? You tell me. Let's be honest. What are we doing here? You think like a businessman. Stop thinking like a fan. I paid 15 million for 2 players, by the way. I brought Tyler Malacia, who came into the club, and because he came into the club, Luke Shaw started working as well. Hey ho, win-win situation. Wow. How good. Instead of paying 50 million for a new fullback, I paid 15 and I got 2 players. One Luke Shaw, who's been playing amazing, and one Malacia, who's also been playing amazing. So you don't need money. I bought Casemiro, who's 70 million. Everybody said declining, is the best center defensive midfielder in the fucking world. I bought a player for 57 million who just won the fucking World Cup. And Todd Bowley just bought a World Cup player for 120 million. I just bought a 57 million World Cup player, centre-back, who's going to take me to Champions League. It's simple maths. Simple. Rashford is staying. Jadon Sancho's here. Anthony's Martial still got 3 years left on his contract. Wout Weghorst was 4 million. I got a number 9 for 4 million. I'm going to be in Champions League for a number 9 that cost me 4 million halfway through the season. Do you think I care about a stadium? I don't know where, Ronald, you got this 6 billion. The Glazers do not want 6 billion, my friend. They don't. They just want to get to Champions League. Because if they get to Champions League, guess what? The price of the club just gone up. The price of the club just gone up. How much did Man City pay? How much did Chelsea pay for their midfield? Do you think Chelsea can make Champions League? Probability is very low. Very, very low. Why do you think the price that they're quoting people to buy is the price that they buy? You understand what I'm saying. The thing is, you understand what I'm saying, but you will be hell bent on being thinking it from a fan perspective. That's the fact.
This is Glazeronomic 304.
Thank you. This is Glazeronomics.
Do the simple things, do the basic things, and get the maximum profit. That's what's happening right now. They've been doing it for how much years?
General Dan.
How do you see it?
General Dan. I have brought in one of the most firing PR youngsters who is signed till 2028, called Alejandro Garnacho. For how much? How much did I pay for Alejandro Garnacho? How much was Alejandro Garnacho to Manchester United? Let me do the math. Actually, let me go and find out how much Alejandro Garnacho was. Alejandro Garnacho was brought into Manchester United for £500,000. 500,000.
And there you go.
2 weeks of Rashford wages, £400,000. I didn't have to spend no money in infrastructure. I didn't have to spend no money in youth ball. For 400,000, I have brought in Alejandro Garnacho, who's gonna be my new star boy. I ain't need no freaking infrastructure. I did not need a new stadium. I did not need this. I did not need that. This is Glazeronomics. This is not fanonomics where you're a fan. This is the level I'm dealing with. What is the reason why has Alejandro Garnacho signed yet? Yes or no? Has he signed yet?
No,
Can anyone answer? No, he hasn't. Correct. No, he hasn't. Why hasn't he signed?
I think it was something about the image, right?
Thank you very much. Thank you very fucking much. What's image rights, ladies and gentlemen? Image rights is one of the reasons why Paul Pogba left.
It includes
Paul
their
Pogba didn't want to sign.
sponsors, everything. Like includes everything. How much of
I
the
know. I
club
googled it.
owns
I put the
something.
definition in the group chat.
This is serious level of Glazeronomics. Like I tell you, you guys are in the group chat, Ronald. You know this. I explain in such detail of contract politics. Contract politics. Our fucking boot deal is so important to these players, let alone image rights. Do you know how much Marcus Rashford is worth in terms of image rights? Do you know how much Marcus Rashford wage will have to be based on image rights? Anthony Martial, Ballon d'Or clause. Jadon Sancho, one of the most hyped up players by Nike. He was supposed to be Nike's #1 player, youngest player to get a boot. Image rights. This is Glazeronomics. Why is Manchester United one of the clubs that own the most image rights for players? This is Glazeronomics on a different scale. On a different scale. They don't fucking care about no stadium. Little Faz is coming every fucking game, paying thousands of pounds. Thousands of pounds he's paying to come to games every year. I have just sold 350,000 memberships. Do you want to do the math, by the way? Ladies and gentlemen, the average price of Manchester United membership is £30. Average price is £30. There is the higher level, lower level, mid level. £60, what is it, £30, something like this, and like £15. And they have even added a fourth one, ladies and gentlemen. There used to be 3 memberships. Because it sold out, they have now introduced a fucking fourth one. Glazeronomics. You lot are just being fans. Wake up and look at this shit. Go on ManchesterUnited.com. You will see 4 memberships, not 3 anymore. I was even baffled. I was thinking, what are they doing? Oh, by the way, they have done a new membership. 22-23 forwarding membership. 23-24 membership light. 23-24 membership full. 23-24 membership premium. £65, £30, £20, £15. Averaging around, let's say, £35. Yeah? 350,000 memberships. Let's do the math. 12.25 million just from fucking memberships. Just from memberships.
Didn't they do something with the membership, like you didn't go to certain games? They take it away from you.
Oh, do you even want to discuss that, Omo? Do you want to discuss that?
I heard that the protest. Like when I did the Glazers out, I was sitting on Twitter like, "Yo, they took out my membership."
Price of a standard season ticket, £450 to £500. An average season ticket is £500 average. 50,000 season tickets get sold every year, guaranteed. 25 million. 25 million plus the 12.5 million that I just made from memberships equals to 37.5 million just from getting people inside. Just from that's half of what I paid for Casemiro already. I'm not even counting food and drink. By the way, I'm not even counting Megastore. I'm not even counting Megastore. I'm not even counting online orders. I'm not even counting online orders. Oh, by the way, this is not it, by the way, because I just counted 50,000 seats. The Manchester United Old Trafford is 73,000 plus. So there is another 23,000 tickets still up for left. So hold that thought. 37.5 million, right? 23,000 seats. Average price of those seats is ranging about £42. I do this math. £42. You call it 1 million. So give or take 39 million overall, 38 to 39 million. And that's half of Casemiro. More than half of Casemiro, what I paid. I made it back in 1 year. Do you think they freaking care about money? They just don't give a damn about the club. That's the factual thing. But to a generic fan, it doesn't matter. They don't care about this. Glazers out. They don't care. Yeah, Glazers out for sure. But do you go to this level of education to understand what is going on? Do you understand why Middle East wanted to sponsor Manchester United? Do you understand why Manchester United's sponsorship with Middle East have now broken down? This is the conspiracy theory that thingy Gabi was talking about before. Do you know why Ronaldo was on the shirt, on the sponsorship picture that you all saw? This is what I mean. The level of Glazeronomics is fucking different. It's different. They won't care about no stadium if we make the Champions League. I guarantee you. Why do you think they're hesitant now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, February's just started. Manchester United are fourth in the league. Manchester United are in a Carabao Cup. Manchester United are playing West Ham, which is a likable win. Manchester United are beating. Manchester United are facing Barcelona. Do you want me to tell you a price of a Barcelona ticket? One ticket, ladies and gentlemen, for Barcelona. One ticket on Manchester United website. As of right now, I can even show you. Is £350. One ticket. One ticket. No, I tell a lie. I lied to you. It's £450. It's £500 for one ticket for Manchester United versus Barcelona. Look at this. I don't even know if I can. Look, £450. I don't know if the camera is going to bring it up, but go and check. If you've got Manchester United website right now, you don't need an account. Go and check Manchester United versus Barcelona ticket for one seat. S1234 block, £450. Glazeronomics. Do you want to know the same seat when we play Crystal Palace? Do you know how much that ticket is, Ronald? The same seat.
Yeah, go on, bro.
It's less than £200. But because we play Barcelona, because they play Barcelona, they double it.
It's the same thing when we play. It's the same thing when we play Liverpool, when we play Man City.
It's a hot match. They would. They know people are mad about.
That's
they,
right.
They know people would pay $400 for it without a question.
That's right. Glazeronomics. £450 for one
guys,
ticket.
would you pay £450 to watch Manchester United versus Leeds United? All right, okay, that's fairly a good match, but Manchester United versus Everton or Charlton, any of those matches? No. So they know how to get you on. They know how to get the fans on.
Barcelona ticket
That's
is so
basic
crazy.
Business match.
Let me just ask you this, Gabi. If you are coming from California to Manchester and you're doing well in life, would you pay £400 to watch Manchester United versus Barcelona? One-off game. Let me tell you, the likelihood is, Gabi, you would. You would. If you've never been to Old Trafford and you've paid £2,000 for a flight ticket, what's £400, eh? What's £400? There you go. He even responded. Fuck yeah, he would pay £400 to watch. They know. They know. I'm really sorry, Ronald. I didn't want to make to come across like any other way, but this is the level of detail that I think in.
No, I respect your thinking, Baz. I have no problems with it. But I am still gonna expect them to be, selling the club.
I
You
expect
don't
them
make
to.
such
No,
sta-
I
you don't
expect
make
them
such
to.
statements, Baz. You don't make such statements without knowing the repercussions of it.
Yes, of course. That I agree
If
with.
they were going to go ahead and say that, we need investments, they know. They've been doing this for 17 years. They would have
Do,
just simply said,
do,
go
do,
on.
do you see that, Ronald? Chevrolet?
Yeah,
Do you see Team Viewer?
I do.
That's our current sponsor, right?
Yeah, I know.
Has Chevrolet left sponsoring us?
No, I think they changed.
So they're still our sponsors, right?
They're still our
Yeah,
sponsors.
they are. They are.
But
they
why
are.
are they not on the shirt?
Because TeamViewer paid more.
Yeah.
Champions League, right?
TeamViewer pays
No,
more. That's it. And then
TeamViewer
next year it's going
paid
to be
more,
another.
bro.
And
Okay,
next year it'll be a
Who
different.
who said which company said they wanted to leave next season or the end of this season?
Yeah, TeamViewer.
Yeah, well, guess
TeamViewer.
what? Team Viewer about to be my bitch.
Hmm.
They're gonna be my bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Team Viewer. Oh, you don't want to sponsor me no more. Well, hey ho, guess what? Audi, welcome.
DHL, welcome.
They're pretty much bidding. They're bidding for the first spot. To be
Konami,
first spot.
welcome.
They pretty much got a replacement for TeamViewer unless Ronaldo dropped that interview.
What Ronaldo interview? Okay, you're the new sponsor. I'm Joel Glazer. Ronaldo interview. You're not happy about it. Well, guess what? Ronaldo's now gone. We have Anthony Martial,
No.
who's
I'm
still
not.
here.
I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying the Saudi interest that was coming in, the Saudi tourism that was coming in with the billions, they're not here anymore.
No, they're not here. And
That did
Saudi
hurt
would
them.
have come. Saudi would have look. Chevrolet, by the way, and Team Viewer, ladies and gentlemen, they compete. They will compete for this place on the shirt. Saudi do not compete. They take over. That's the difference. These brands, they compete. DX Sports, Chevrolet, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Team Viewer, Adidas, Nike, they compete. Saudi don't compete. They take over. That's the difference. Saudi will come in and say, you're not answering anybody else's phone. The amount of money I'm about to offer you, your phone is going to be on silent, on demand because of me. I want Cristiano Ronaldo. I am sponsoring your club based on Marcus Rashford, based on Cristiano Ronaldo, based on Varane, based on Lisandro Martinez, PR, World Cup, based on all of these. You have World Cup winning players you have 2 World Cup centre backs. My goodness. And you're in Champions League. My goodness. I wonder how much Manchester United's, you tell me, Ronald, what would Manchester United's percentage increase in asking price for sponsorship will be next year if we keep going at this winning rate?
At least it's going to be up by 35 to 40%.
I absolutely agree. I was going to say the same. I was going to say 30 to 40%. But 100%.
No, it's going to be 35, 40.
Easy. Oh my God. The fans even love Ten Hag. Ha!
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We're not selling. Like, what business thing we're selling this year? We're not selling for the next maybe 2-3 years.
My friend Jakub, latest member, latest resident of Planet Fast. Do you know how many protests we've been to? I think we've done more protests than any other club. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's any other club that protests like us. We just we protest every day. Bro, Jakub, this is a protest, by the way. This is a protest. This is a form of protesting. Social media is a form of protesting. We protest. Forget the just in-life protest. That's going on. That's already going on. You guys protest, Jakub. You protest on Twitter. Wayne protests on Twitter. Ronald, Dan, Omo, they all protest. Everybody's protesting right now. We've been protesting for years. You don't need me to go outside Old Trafford and say Glazer out. No, you don't need that. All that does is bring Sky Sports attention. It does. But we've been protesting for years, baby, and these people are still here. Hello? Hello?
The main
Have you
problem,
seen
Faz,
Joel
is
Glazer?
that the main problem
Go on.
is that they have outpriced Manchester United in the market because no one is going to pay 6 billion. That's the amount I'm going by the last time I checked the market rate. 6 billion. No one's going to go ahead and pay 6 billions to the Glazers to have them removed.
Okay.
And then invest.
Let me ask you this then. What's the price you would pay for Manchester United as of today, right now, February? You have to announce your price in 1 week.
If I had enough money, like abundance of money,
no. You're a billionaire. You're a billionaire. You're a billionaire.
Okay.
You're a businessman, but you're not Ronald Jacob. You're Ronald Jacob, the billionaire. Think of this. Everybody in the comment section, comment down below. Everybody. You are a billionaire and think like a billionaire. I will know by your answer.
All right.
What are you going to pay for Manchester United as of today, right now? If you need, take a minute and then answer.
No. I got this. Realistic price, I would put down 4.75 billion. Reason why? 3.25 billion for all the money they might have invested in the players till now. And the rest is an exponential growth that I see the business might do in the near future. So I'm paying them upfront with that money so they can leave. I am not paying nothing above 4.75 billion.
Okay, thank you very much. Great answer. Wayne Maher, the heroin addict, says Faz and Ronald are crackheads. Factual. Liam, 5.5 billion. Gavi says, good answer. He agrees. Big up from Chicago. I think there is someone else who is also watching that I missed the chat before. Watching from Amsterdam, I think someone said. Watching from Texas, I think. Big up to everyone.
Dan's answer to this.
We'll come to that. Omo, how much would you pay for Manchester United right now, as of today?
Right now, as of today, billionaire. It was worth for 6, 7.
How much?
6 or 7 for Manchester United.
You would pay 6 or 7 billion for Manchester United as of right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year was not worth that much, and this year,
okay,
I will keep your manager. I will just change some stuff around. You're not getting a new stadium. That's the last thing on my list. No offense to that new stadium.
Jean says 7 billion. Liam says 5.5. Oppo is not having it. 10 million. I think he means billion. General Dan, how much? How much are you paying?
About, I would actually agree. I would say around 5.
Okay, you would pay 5 billion. Okay.
Yes.
I am Joel Glazer. I am Abram Glazer. You have all made your offers to me. Okay? I will now introduce you to the world of business. No disrespect meant. What do you think your offers tell me as an owner of Manchester United right now? So hold on. Ronald's offered me 4.7. Dan has offered me 5. You know, Ronald might as well call it 5. But yeah, Dan has also offered similar. And Omo has offered me 6 billion. 6 or 7 billion.
No, 7.
Today, right now, as of today, right now,
7
Omo,
billion.
The highest bidder, has offered me 7. Okay. What does that tell me as an owner?
You're greedy. You want the 7 billion. It's guaranteed. You're a businessman.
No,
okay.
As an owner, it does tell you that there is potential in the business that I'm holding on to. And if I hold on to it for maybe 1 or 2 more years, it might even fetch me 10 billion.
Yep.
Gabi, your offer was crazy, bro. You offered $1 trillion, bro. That's not crack. That's cocaine. Okay, so what that tells me, I have 2 buyers here, Mr. Dan and Mr. Ronald, who are offering me 5 billion, but then I have this another crackhead who wants to offer me 7 billion, meaning there is clearly interest in the club. Whilst I am in the gutter still right now, by the way, I have not won Premier League, I have not won Carabao, I have not won FA Cup, I am still not in Champions League. So, ladies and gentlemen, me, Avram, and Joe Glazer in May have just qualified for Champions League, have just made FA Cup final, and maybe not one FA Cup final. I have won Carabao Cup. I have finished top 4. What are you offering me now, Ronald?
I'm sticking to my 7 billion.
Bro, my offer just goes up by 5.5. It is at
Okay.
5.5. Considering you're in top 4. However, for the last 17 years, if I add up all the dividends that you've taken, they account to some amount.
You see, okay. General, how much you offering?
It might have gone up by 6 to 6, bro. It might have gone up to 6. It might have gone up because, bro, you're paying for. You see the potential in it, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna raise my price because this ain't a joke. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's me.
Okay. Now, I'm going to even baffle your minds even more. 2023-2024 season, we are in the Champions League. Mr. General Dan has offered me 6. Mr. Ronald Jacob has offered me 5.5, and Mr. Sancho Dad Omo has offered me 7. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for your offers. In the 23-24 season, we get to Champions League quarterfinal, we get knocked out. But in the 24-25 season, under Erik Ten Hag, with some investments from these two and the rest who have increased their price, I am now looking like a potential competitor for Champions League. I am looking like a potential competitor for FA Cup. I am looking like a potential competitor for Carabao Cup. I am looking like a potential competitor for Premier League. Malasia's improved, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's improved, Luke Shaw has improved. We've got a new Varane. Martinez is upper echelon. We've got a new keeper. We've got a new Vlahovic or Osimhen. Martial is gone. Marcus Rashford is at the peak of his career. Garnacho is firing. Anthony's improved loads. Pelestri's improved loads. We've probably got a understudy for Bruno by that time called Kudus. We've got another person for Casemiro. This is 24-25 season, ladies and gentlemen. How much are you offering Manchester United now, Ronald Jacob?
Bro, you can
Welcome to
take
Glazeronomics.
8.5 billion.
Welcome to Glazeronomics. My name is Faz Glazer, and
Okay.
this is
Faz.
what I meant all this time.
Okay, one thing I really want to say. What you're saying is absolutely true. Absolutely true. The only problem is that even the other owners, the Chelsea owners, the Abramovich and everyone, they would have done the same thing. But they had a clock ticking on their head, which Glazers don't have. And that is
Correct.
the exact reason why they're exploiting the market. They're exploiting us as fans. So I personally feel that it is down to the Premier League's responsibility and the governments over there to make sure that it becomes a smooth transition. Because hey, at the end of the day, hey ho, someone's gonna come in and offer 20 billion because they love the club. And mind you, people have that kind of money.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you were Abram Glazer and Joe Glazer, you would do exactly what I'm saying, is you would hold out to see what Ten Hag does with this club. If Ten Hag can
Exactly.
beat Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, do you know how much pressure is on the club right now? If Ten Hag beats Barcelona, motherfuckers, Glazers are not going anywhere. Glazers are not going. No fucking way if Ten Hag. Omo, do you think the Glazers go somewhere if Ten Hag beats Barcelona?
Listen, if we get a win first leg, well, we are in for a long ride. Just enjoy the ride.
Am I lying then? Am I lying when I'm saying the Glazers are stalling?
Look at another 5 to 10 years. It's mad.
They're losing 2 million a week. They're losing 2 million a week, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what the report said. Yeah, that's what the report said.
How much money are they about to bring in How much money are they about to bring in if they clap Barca?
Jeez.
Fucking hell. If someone offers Joe, big up Wayne with the super chat again. Thank you very much, Wayne, for your contribution, and thank you for supporting the channel, brother. I appreciate you today. Just like everybody else as well who's supporting the channel. If someone offers Joel Glazer or Avram Glazer 5.5 billion, they will say they want 6 or 6.5. When someone offers them that, they will say they want 7. They want to price themselves out the market. That is true. By the way, you guys are my advisors. Omo, Dan, and Ronald. You are my advisors. People want Faz out of Planet Faz, right? Everybody's protesting every day. Faz out of Planet Faz. You three tell me, my PR consultants, you guys tell me, Faz, say that the club is up for sale. Say that Planet Faz is up for sale, but don't actually sell it. Just see it out. See a season out. Just answer some phone calls. Do a bit of flirting. You don't have to accept any offer, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to accept an offer. It is up to you if you want to accept an offer. You have said a potential sale could be something we will look into. Strategic alternative options. You, my PR consultants, have told me, Faz, say that you are looking at selling. Say. But don't sell. Wait till Ten Hag gives you some success. You've got another 10 years to come from Ten Hag. Why have they appointed the Rain Group? Very good question. Why would you appoint the Rain Group? The Rain Group also deal with investments. The Rain Group also deal with consulting. The Rain Group also deal with sales. Now, if I get one mad crackhead who comes in and says, hey, I'll give you 7.5 billion. Hey ho, I'll give you 7.5 billion. Okay. Middle East. Okay, Sheikh. Okay, Habibi. King, Prince of Saudi, Prince of Qatar, Middle East. Okay, you got my attention. I was only bluffing. But if you're actually willing to pay me 7-8 billion, well then, Avram, do you want to sell? I don't think we're going to get an offer like that again. Let's get out of this shithole. Let's sell this club. 7 billion, 8 billion, here you go. But then my Rain Group consultancy, who are telling me, well, Mr. Avram Glazer, Joel Glazer, if you hold up for a season, you might be, these protests and PR shit might be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. There you go. They have consultants who are telling them what to think and what not to do. I never thought that they are going to sell. Ronald, you know this. Dan, Omo, you all know this. In the members chat, I said it from day one. I don't think they are selling. I simply think this is a PR move. Stock prices are going up, man. All right, boys, I got this. I would offer 5 billion plus a sprinkle of blackmail to expose the Glazers. I think they've been exposed a lot, Gabby. I tell you that. Who are Barca? It's not like Europa final getting to Champions League. Barca versus Man United is one of the biggest games in the world. It always will be. Happens all the time. It does. But there you go. That's how this shit works, man. I still don't think they are willing to sell until they get some serious offers.
But then Faz, be realistic, right? Let's say you said that, hey, Planet Faz are up for sale, right? I'm going to be replaced. And you were supposed to invest in some equipment, right? But you did not, because hey, you were selling Planet Faz, right? So how do you come back from it?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
How do you come back from it? Like how do you come back from the fact that you were going to sell, and that is the main reason why you did not invest, but now you're holding on? Because that was the main reason why we did not get Thuram and XYZ amount of players in January when Chelsea just went shopping.
Well, they have owners that want to spend. We don't have owners that want to spend. We have owners that want to make but don't want to spend.
They actually have owners that want to create the same graphical copy of a team like Manchester City. They have an A team and they have a B team. They might even
But it
have a
doesn't
C
mean
team.
that Manchester United have to.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm asking you that when you said that I am going to sell, and that is the main reason why I am not investing in January in the transfer window, how then you come back in the summer and tell us that, you know what, I'm going to keep and hold on to the club?
Because
Because that's something
because
even
now I'm in
PR.
Champions League. Because I'm in Champions League. Because now I've
So,
just won the Carabao Cup. But
so now you would.
I spent 4 million to win the Carabao Cup.
So
Hey,
now you would invest 300 to 400 million dollars again.
in the summer window, no, because
Why not?
because my two donkeys, Arnold and Murta, said it in a interview that we are not going to be doing the same amount of activity. We are 2 windows ahead. They said that in an interview.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
Avram and Murta said that in
might
an
have missed
interview.
it then. I
They
might have
said
missed
we are
that
not
one.
going to be doing the same amount of activity. Understand what activity means, meaning player going out and coming in. Let me just get through the super chats. Carry more.
Sure.
Big up to you, says Fazinho. Good to catch you on live. I usually watch the shows next morning due to work, etc. But you're doing a great job on all platforms. Keep it up. I appreciate you, Karimo. Thank you very much for stopping by. And thank you very much for the contribution. It is very kind and generous of you. Big up Wayne as well with the super chat. Thank you very much, Wayne, brother. Says, remember, it's not Joel or Abram who want to sell. It is actually the family members who want to get rid of their shares. And who better than to someone else come in and buy their shares? Come in and buy their shares. Simple as. Take their shares and call it a day. Call it a day. I, Avram Glazer, still get to keep my share. I, Joel Glazer, still get to keep my share. We still get to run the club like we want to. God is good, man, for them.
That's why
No
they
journalist
said,
ever. Sorry, go on, Dan.
No, that's why they said a potential sale or investment.
Thank you.
You understand? You gotta look at the words that they're using, or investment. So if they get if they get investment, then do you get what I'm saying? That's the other alternative to me. Do you understand? But
100%.
sorry,
100%.
I cut you.
100%. Whenever you're buying an asset, you're always going to offer a little bit less than what the listing price is to see if you can get it at a good price, if you can make a little bit of profit, if you can make a little bit of deal. But unless there's a bidding war, like in an auction setting, then you're in a different situation. And they said, well, you know what? Joel and Avram want to keep their shares, but then Glazer, mini Glazers, they want to get rid because people have been commenting on the Instagram and blah blah blah. They're pissed off. Well, Rain Group, my 3 consultants, find me someone who's going to invest some money and let me get rid of their shares. I'll still keep a hold of the club. It's one of the biggest sports organization in the world. Fuck it. Simple. Someone singing Glazer out is going to let's be give it a rest. I own the biggest sporting organization in the world. Biggest. You want me to get rid of it just like that without someone giving me premium? With Ten Hag coming in, who's going to take this club to a different level? Come on, man. What, you want me to take 2 more years of pain to see if Ten Hag can take me to success? Of course I'll take it. I've not even had no pain. Sir Alex gave me 20 times Man United. Sir Alex gave me a treble. Faz, I give you 2 billion and I take 50%. Well, you take 49%. You take the percentage that my kids want to get rid of. Simple. What does 2 billion do? I can buy some new players in the summer. I can pay some debt off. I'm back to square one. Forget the stadium, man. People have been coming to the stadium for decades. Whoa. People not going to come to the stadium. Oh my God. No, it's never going to happen. People came to the stadium on hashtag empty Old Trafford. People came to the stadium when hashtag empty Old Trafford. Well, all of a sudden, people not going to come to Old Trafford. Never going to happen, mate. Never. Welcome to the rotten cycle that this is. And I am in a state where I have accepted that these guys are going to stay.
So, Faz, how do we get rid of them?
I have no idea, brother. If I had if I had the knowledge, then I would have told you. But I don't have the knowledge, my brother. I don't. And with that being said, thank you very much, everyone. It has been a very, very productive stream, a very, very interesting one where we all got to give our opinions and understand perspectives get context, give context, listen to everything. It was very good. It was very, very good. It's good to have this sort of conversation. It's not just every day listening to 180 characters on Twitter. It all comes down to having conversations like this where I listen to people listen to me, we understand each other's perspective, and we understand what needs to be done or can be done. And we'll just wait and see, right? If the Glazers actually truly want to sell, hallelujah, thank God Almighty, brilliant. But if they don't, well, guess what? I'll keep still loving Manchester United. My love for Manchester United will not decrease. Neither will all of yours. Big up, Ronald. Thank you very much for joining. Score prediction for tomorrow, please, quickly.
3-0.
Ooh, okay. Big prediction that is. Dan, prediction for tomorrow.
I agree with Ronald 3-0.
Woo! You guys are going in hard, man. Omo, prediction for tomorrow. Omo, are you there?
I think I said it for Omo because the only reason I said 3-0, every time I say 3-1, and this guy over there just knocks me out. He's like, why 1? Why give them a chance?
Yeah. Why give them a chance? Clean sheet
yeah.
FC. Clean sheet FC. Why give them a chance? Well, almost not here.
But I can see a worldie coming in from Sanitizer.
Yeah, I hope so. Sanitizer might clean up that midfield. Big up Wayne says, big up the community, especially Faz and the rest of the members. Love you all. Thank you very much. And I love you too. SK says, thanks. Thank you very much, Gabi. Thank you as well for joining the membership. I appreciate all the support. We are broke, though. We can't compete. Well, Ziad, you clearly haven't been listening to the stream. You haven't.
And Faz, make sure you check Sancho's timeline on Instagram. He posted once for today.
By the way, let me just quickly, has Klopp had recent success with Liverpool?
Yeah, somewhat.
No. It's a yes, not somewhat. The man won a Champions League. The man has a Premier League. The man has a domestic trophy. Has he had success? Yes,
he has.
He has been successful in England, point blank period. He has been successful. Just like Conte has been successful, Mourinho's been Jurgen Klopp has been successful with Liverpool Football Club. Is Liverpool a buying club? Do they buy? Do they break the bank and buy wow players?
No, they don't.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note, Erik Ten Hag also came from an organization that is a sell to buy club. Let's not forget. This is the level of injection I'm giving you guys. Is Conte suitable for a sell to buy club, Ronald Jacob?
Nah, he ain't.
Thank you very much, my brother. You're with my wavelength. Dan, is your Jose Mourinho structured for a sell to buy club?
Definitely not.
Thank you very much. You're on my wavelength. But is Erik Ten Hag suitable for a sell to buy club?
Of course.
Yeah, just like Poch. Yes.
Even
Ollie,
Poch, he might want some ready-made.
You know, he might want something. But if you're looking at like people, that's why they're stuck with Ollie for so long as well. Do you understand? Like,
listen, Liverpool, right? Liverpool, Champions League, during that season, okay? Let me see. During that season, when they won the Champions League.
Yeah, they had sold Coutinho and they got in Van Dijk and Alisson.
How much did they sell Coutinho for, my friend?
About 150.
Lord have mercy. And have they spent 100 million on a player?
Yeah, combine Alisson and Van Dijk.
No. On one player, my friend. Understand what I'm saying?
The same. They got both of them in the same window, so that's one player.
But that's two separate players.
Yeah, I mean they invested the money back into the players.
No, but did they buy one player for 100 million?
No.
I think Van Dijk was about 80, so no.
Van Dijk was about 80, yeah, something like that. 80. I think I don't remember the exact value. But there you go. That's what this club does. They spread the money out. Sadio Mane.
The problem is The problem is Klopp has made some stupid decisions as well in the middle
No, no,
of it
that's all fair.
Because this season he had to buy a midfielder and he bought Gakpo.
No, no, understand what I'm trying to say. Now, okay, now FSG are gonna think, okay, what do we do? But what Klopp was doing got them a Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. What Klopp was doing got them a Carabao Cup. What Klopp was doing got them a Premier League. Did they spend
for sure.
100 million? Ladies and gentlemen, did Liverpool Football Club spend 100 million on one singular player to go and win the Premier League? Yes or no?
No.
They didn't. They didn't. Did they spend over 100 million or 100 million on a singular player? What was the season that they won the Champions League? Was it 1920 or 2021? Let me just check.
Hold on.
I think they won it in 1819. Sorry, not even that. 1819. They won it in 1819. So in 1819, right, they won the Champions League, which is the biggest biggest trophy that you could win. And in the 1819 season, right, I'm just going to bring up two. Bear with me. Right. Arrivals. Okay. So 17-18, because they prepped a year before, and then 18-19. In the year of 17-18 season, Liverpool Football Club's biggest purchase was Virgil van Dijk at 84.65 million euros, 85 million euros. And in a total of expenditure, ladies and gentlemen, they spent 175 million euros. Okay, are you with me? In 17-18, right?
Yep.
But in 17-18, they sold players, and they sold Coutinho for 135 million. They sold Sacco. They sold Origi on a loan. Sorry, they didn't sell him. He went on a loan. They got the loan fee. Kevin Stewart, Lucas Leiva. They sold a few players. They loaned a few players. But overall, they made income from transfers of 185 million. But they bought players for 175 million. They were up 10 million in 17-18. In the 18-19 season, Liverpool Football Club spent 182 million and sold 41 million. Meaning they only spent 140 million all in all. And in that season, they did not go above 85 million to buy a player. They brought Naby Keita for 60. They bought Alisson. They bought Fabinho. In the 18-19 season, they bought Van Dijk a season before, and they ended up winning the Champions League. So overall, they spent overall in 2 seasons, by the way. This is in 2 seasons. They spend 140 million in 2 seasons because of incoming, outgoing. You offset each other. Are you with me?
Yep.
In 2 seasons, they spent 140 million and they won the Champions League. Welcome to American owners. They let Coutinho go. They ended up winning the Champions League. You see? So you don't need money. You don't necessarily need it.
No, but you do, because at the end
Just
of the
need
day,
business.
they did. No, you do need money. Come on, fans.
Well, yeah, you do, but they sold players. That's right. They sold
players, and they got money to actually invest in people
That's correct.
like Virgil van Dijk,
That's
Alisson.
correct.
Because take those two away. They had no one in goal.
No, that's correct. That's correct. That is very much correct.
Even my Jack Butland is better than their goalkeeper.
Logan, you're right. This argument, it's not an argument, but it is a comparison as to sell to buy. Jurgen Klopp came from a sell to buy environment. He did. Jurgen Klopp is used to sell to buy. So you need to understand. Liverpool are a sell to buy club. They use sell to buy to go and win the Champions League. This is factual information because that's what they did. You go and check the transfer market figures. 140 million in 2 windows to win the Champions League. We have spent 220 million whilst being in Europa.
But I do personally feel that Erik Ten Hag is different from Jurgen Klopp.
But Erik Ten Hag came from a sell to buy club, period.
No, he might come from that club, but he is someone who can create monsters.
It's
He
not a
has it
might.
in
He
him.
comes from a sell to buy club. Ajax is a sell to buy club.
But they don't buy that much. They sell more.
Exactly. It's sell to buy. They still buy.
Sell to create, more or less. Because they don't really buy made
But
players.
you're
They just
you're
create them.
yeah, but you're almost nitpicking.
No. I'm not
They-
saying
they-
I'm not nitpicking. Faz, there's a difference. This is worse because he makes a club $200 million, right? Erik Ten Hag made Ajax $200 million. They only spent 20 million on XYZ players who are not even known. But Erik Ten Hag coaches them and creates them into monsters. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Erik Ten Hag joined in 17-18 in Ajax. Okay. In the season of 17-18, when Erik Ten Hag joined Ajax, Ajax spent a total of 25 million and spent a total of 70 million. So and Ajax sold worth 70 million and brought worth 25 million. And guess what? They brought in 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds. They brought in many different age groups, but they brought more than they sold, or similar amount. In the year 18-19, they spent 61 million on buying players, and they sold 44 million. In the year 19-20, which was one of their successful years, they sold players worth of 85 million. They brought players for worth 85 million, and they sold players for a worth of 219 million. That's how much money they sold for. So a lot of players. In 2021, they bought players for 100 million. They sold for 160 million. Again, profit. Every year profit. Every year profit. Last season, 21-22, they spent 80 million and they sold 85 million. Again, profit, 5 million.
But Faz, for us to be that profitable or profitable that way, it's going to take some time because we don't have players to sell like they did in Ajax. We don't.
And we're not a sell to buy club, are we? We've not been in many years. We have had Jose Mourinho,
Oh, yeah,
Van
for sure.
Gaal, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. I've even forgot this guy's name.
Ole.
Moyes.
And I'll be honest with you, the last player we sold for a profit
Ole.
was actually Ronaldo. That's it.
Or Dan James.
Yeah, somewhat, but Ronaldo was the
So-
big transfer.
Yeah, big transfer. But there you go. This is what I do. This is my conspiracy theory. I do wonder if they brought in Ten Hag for not bringing in big money signings. A lot of fans don't want big money signings, but we will see. We will see. Manchester United obviously made marquee signings. We will see if they make marquee signings this summer. But big up to Ronald. Thank you for joining. Big up for the contribution today. It's been really, really good. Big up to General. It's been really, really good. Big up to Omo. It's been really, really good. Let me wrap up the stream. Logan says Cavani, Matic, Pogba, Lingard, Mata all left for free. And I'm looking at probably around a good 70 million all in all those players. Easily. If we could have done proper business. This sell to buy is nonsense for us. We don't do it. And you're right. We don't do it, Logan. That was my whole point. My whole point was we spend to get trophies, whereas Liverpool can not spend and still get trophies. Lucky Singh says, Avram and Joel Grazer are out. We need Kuwait or Dubai. We do. But big up to everyone. Thank you all for joining. I will be on the United stand again tomorrow and a stream as well later on in the evening with a match reaction. But other than that, big up to everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining the memberships, the latest members, Yakub and Gabi. I think that's how I pronounce her name. I want to get it right. Gabi and Yakub. Thank you for joining the membership. Thank you everyone for the super chats. Big up to Wayne. Big up to Gabi, Karimo, everyone, Yakub, whoever sent a super chat. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another stream. And obviously, I'll have loads of videos for you. So make sure you tune in for that as well. All the video clips from the stadium. Peace, love, and guidance. I'm out.